get away from people. In the outside world, turn off the lights, put on your headphones, enter my darkness. Fear awaits you. Many of us love horror stories, especially when they contain a hint of truth. We often find ourselves listening to them, despite not really being afraid. Here are 3 short fictional horror stories for you. First, The Haunted Doll. There was a couple enjoying a happy married life and living in comfort, with the only thing missing being a child, as they had been struggling to conceive. The wife was obsessed with buying beautiful dolls, hoping that one day God would bless them with a child. The couple would go to work together and return home together every day. Each day, the wife would bring groceries and food from the market, prepare meals as soon as she got home, and then clean the house, making it look impeccable. One day, something strange happened. When the couple returned home, as usual, they found the house in perfect order and the dining table filled with delicious meals. At first, they were astonished, but they were also thrilled, thinking it was a surprise from a relative. However, this occurrence repeated itself multiple times, prompting them to investigate. They asked all their relatives, friends, and neighbors, but everyone denied any involvement. Determined to uncover the truth, the couple decided to come home early one day. When they did, they found that it was a doll the wife had previously bought. It was the doll that had prepared the food, tidied the house, and taken care of their needs. However, upon being discovered, the doll killed both the husband and wife. When the neighbors heard their screams and rushed to help, they found the couple dead in a gruesome manner, with the doll holding a knife and lying beside them. Second, the disappearance of a little girl. There was a young, mischievous girl who was always getting into trouble. Her teachers often punished her, but she never learned her lesson. One day, she angered her teacher in class, who decided to teach her a harsh lesson by locking her in the bathroom until the end of the period, hoping she would learn from her mistakes. Unfortunately, the teacher forgot about her. As the school day ended and the students left, the girl realized she had been forgotten and began screaming, but no one answered. As time passed, she grew terrified as nightfall approached. She was exhausted from yelling and starving. The teacher, just as she was about to go to bed, suddenly remembered the little girl she had left behind. She quickly contacted the police, who informed her that there had already been a missing child report filed by the girl's parents. When they all arrived at the school to rescue the girl, they found that she had disappeared entirely. Some say they found her with frozen limbs, her face pale, and her hair white, and that she had died. But what had the girl encountered in that bathroom to cause such a terrible fate? Third, a tragic story of a wife and her child. There was a happy family living a life free of worries. One day, the husband decided to travel to a nearby country for work, leaving his wife and their child at her family's house so he could travel with peace of mind. However, the wife asked to finish some household chores before going to her parents' house and promised to call them as soon as she was done. The husband left, assured, as his trip would last only 4 days. While the wife was busy with her tasks, her child played nearby. She entered the bathroom to clean it, but the child accidentally locked her inside from the outside. She tried to explain to him how to unlock the door, but the child couldn't do it and began crying. The mother screamed as loudly as she could, fearing for her child. Unfortunately, their home was far from any neighbors, so no one heard her. After a few hours, the child stopped crying. The mother, in her desperation, tried to break down the door, injuring her head in the process and collapsing to the floor. Since she hadn't informed anyone of her plans, no one came looking for her until her husband returned 4 days later. When the husband arrived, he found his child lying motionless on the floor. He called out to his wife, but there was no answer. When he opened the bathroom door, he found her lifeless on the floor as well. Both had tragically passed away, and the husband, in his despair, lost his mind.